Hey love bugs, this is Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. It's so good to have you. If you feel like the videos you can truly resonate with, go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit that thumbnail. Is greatly, hit the thumbs up. It'll be greatly appreciated. And if you resonate, hey, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. Sending so much love, light, upliftment, all the vibes that you need to get through to get to. Send that towards your way. Whether it's enlightenment, stillness, love, calmness, whatever, upliftment, I'm sending that energetic signature towards your way. Anybody who's coming in with nefarious vibes, trying to wipe me out, destroy, distract, delete, whatever, I'm sending love and blessings towards you. But whatever you sent my way, I'm gonna send that right back with a peace, love, and care package of God bless you. So the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, new levels, different devils. New levels, different devils. It's like when I had to constantly, look at the different things, like, I've conquered so much. I grew from a lot of things that was sent my way that I should not be able to still be here. I should be on a hashtag, milk carton, should have been a was a long time ago, but yet I am still here. Going through all those different things into my life where you have to really step back, change the perspective. It's just like there's a lot of things in your life that you boldly and bravely confronted. Sometimes you did it on your own. Sometimes you were forced to, like, I don't wanna. You have to. Like somebody pushing you, it'd be like one of those, somebody's pushing you, like you got going on a roller coaster, and then be the roller coaster from hell. I was like, you can't pay me to go to no daggone amusement park. Last time I've been on a daggone roller coaster was in my 20s, and that's gonna be my last one. You ain't getting on, nope. I've seen too many things where roller coasters break, and I don't watch Final Destination. I'm good. It's just like I get on there and I close my eyes and I just brace myself. People are like, how you gonna leave your no? Because if this is my last time, you think I want to see that? I just want to be able to go peacefully. Even though I might be bouncing off of something, I want to be able to go peacefully. Be all those different things. But it's just like, you playing a video game. I used to love Nintendo, Duck Hunt. It was like telling my age, Duck Hunt, Mario Brothers, Sonic the Hedgehog, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, all those different things. I think that was on PlayStation and Sega. Yeah, I don't even think they do Sega anymore. God dog, make me feel old. But, going through all those different things, and being able to allow myself to say, when you going on those different things, it's just like Mario Brothers. When you're in Mario Land or whatever, you got to jump on all these bricks and hit the duck and hit those little things that's coming in. I think they look like mushrooms or something, or you go through that, and then it's the next level. You got to deal with hammerheads, the ones that's just sitting up here throwing those and throwing the booth. The ones that Mazel Tov type thing. Just doing that, you got to be careful with your words on YouTube. You'll be throwing those different things at you. You got to dump, jive, do a little jig too. Trying to go all those different things. And then you got to do with that where you're trying to get the princess and the next, that big old frog or dragon or whatever that thing is. And you having to deal with that. It's like, don't. Be one of those different things that's taking place. And that's how it goes. It's just like, dang, I'm going to sit up here and heal from this, heal from that, confronted this, spoke my truth on that, and now all of a sudden you got 20 more different things and it seems harder. And it's just like when you're a warrior, you're going to go through some stuff. It ain't going to be like somebody going to put your mail in the wrong mailbox. It ain't going to be somebody stepping on your Jordans. You really going to go through the trenches. You want to wave your white flag. No, I'll put that down. You almost done. We almost got you. I don't want to give up. I don't want, even when you want to give up, God won't allow you to. It's like, no, we chose you for this. You on that new level. You done leveled up. You probably heard that word lately, or you've been hearing it for a while. You're leveling up. It's like, how am I leveling up when things has not gotten better? But it's just the way your perspective. It always depends on how your perspective, how you choose to go about it, what you choose to speak on, what you choose to let go of, what you truly see without the rose-colored glasses on. Be one of those different things that's taking you through it to get to it. and you're going through all these different things, and it's just in your life where, you know, I've been through so much. I mean, this has been, you know, there's a lot of people can say that, you know, I'm probably grab on one hand since I've been on this journey. You know, like I said before, I didn't know what trauma bonding was, codependent people, you know, love bombing, triggering narcissistic traits, toxic attachments, you know, cutting cords, narcissistic people, you know, covert narcissists. I'm learning all about this. I'm like, dang, that's what that was the whole time, you know, or, you know, it'll be all those different things. You know, I was even holding on to me being a narcissist, or not being a narcissist, but I had narcissistic traits. You know, I grew into that. I was, you know, exposed to that. And then I had to be able to say, oh, dang, this is toxic. This is something I have to really, you know, repent for. This is something I have to be able to apologize to other people for. You know, doing things unapologetically and not feeling like, oh, I ain't about to get caught. And, you know, they didn't catch me. Don't, God saw it. Karma did too. You know, they see, you know, I don't pay for almost everything. Well, hell, everything that I went through. You know, it'll be different things that go on in your life. Like it felt like you done took out a whole family tree on the. I'm like, Dad, what did I just? Because you dealing with your family's daggone issues. I didn't know that. I said, hold up, wait a minute. You trying to tell me I'm dealing with my family's issues too? Why y'all didn't tell me that? You know, I just signed up for my crazy plan. You know, it was like, what kind of plan? The warrior plan, you know, upgrade. You know, one of those different things. When you upgrade, you got to have your family's issues, whatever toxicity they don't pass down, and the other ones that you feel that you haven't learned your lessons from the other kind of 15 million times you've been back and reincarnated on this earth. So we're going to give you all those and add weight to it. I'm like, you know, be one of those different things. And it's just like every time you clear away, there may have been a time on your first level where you did not have boundaries up. You know, you felt like if I had boundaries up, people are not going to like me. Nose started itching. Confirmation. Nobody's not going to like me. You know, I'm going to lose people. Everybody you lose is not a loss. There'll be a lot of people that and it'll be just certain things like that where I can say there's a lot of people in my life, it wasn't a loss, but there's a lot of people that I really truly love and care for where I have to be just like, they walked away. You know, people, you know, it's like, why'd you cut me loose? You hand me the scissors. Snip, snip. You had to cut cords with a lot of people you did not want to. And, you know, it'll be different times. Like, it's okay to cry when you made the best decision for you. You know, it's just like if you know you're tired of going through a toxic loop, you had to be able to cut away people, cut away a situation, allow yourself to not dwell on it. I have to work through that every day on not to be angry about different things that is taking place in my life or where I felt like, you know, people are getting away with stuff or, you know, you really trying to test my inner gangster. And I'm like, God really be doing that because my simple way of doing it is just whoop your ass. It'd be just like one of those things. And it's just like I have to be in that vibe now where I have to work hard on you not bringing me out my character like that. You know, there'll be sometimes you catch me on that right day, like, ooh, I want to trigger her. You know, it'd be one of those different things where you really coming at me like that and I end up giving you the business. It make you question, like, where is life at? I done took it just because you came at me like that. It'll be those things now. It's just like a lot of times with you not saying something is your response. And me being in my ego and pride, like I let somebody punk me. You can let them think whatever they want to think. You know how sometimes, you know, I don't even want to bring up that child name, so I'm going to leave her out of that. I ain't going to use her as an example. But you know, if you that type of person, you usually handle it like, let's go to the street. You know, kind of break a bottle on the curb or break the face on the curb. One of those type of things. And then it's just you just looking. And you don't have about 20 different daggone funerals in somebody in your head about a certain person or a certain situation. Like if you really knew what was going on in my mind, if you really knew what I was capable of, you will reroute yourself and take yourself back. I said, I don't know what GPS you were on, but if you already knew what kind of smoke I can bring, you wouldn't be coming at me trying to be like that. It'll be those different things. Now it's just like, I'd rather have that conversation in my head than do something I end up getting life placed over my head and I ain't gonna get out for a while. It's like, I don't want to go to jail because that kind of food don't taste good. And they got these kind of outfits that they're stinky and I don't like them. And I'm not good with that kind of material. Anyway, you gotta be thinking about stuff like that. And it'll be those different things. And it's like, when you notice that, you know, now all of a sudden, now you got boundaries up. Now it's like, you know, it's just like they gotta tell you, go in hermit mode. This is time for self-care. You know, there's sometimes you should not answer text. You should not answer the phone. Like, if it's an emergency, then that's a different story. But if it's something that you see, like, I'm not even trying to get into that today. Or, oh, Lord, I already know what this person about to be about, so I'm not about to deal with it. You know, I've been that person, and I've had that happen to me. You know, but now it's just like at that point in life where, you know, you're moving on to that. So when God sees that you put boundaries up, you're doing your self-care, you know, now, okay, you don't close that cycle out. Well, we done got that squared away with you. Now we're going to see about you cutting cords, you know, letting go of what and who no longer serves you. And for us doing this, we're going to bring some traumatic situations into your life just to see how you pass that. And then you go through that. You know, now it's just at that point now, you know, went through, you know, the holding boundaries and you know, controlling your mouth, not allowing yourself to come out of character. You're doing more of a response, and a lot of times your silence speaks very loudly for you. Because a lot of times, you know, you have to come into it where there's energies in this world that are very argumentative. They are built up and wired to be chaotic like that. Like, I gotta refuel. Where can I trigger? I gotta re-trigger. You know, they gotta be able to get trigger. I need to refuel up. It's not like, okay, you know, you can refuel and transmute. You know, you can go to the collective. You don't have to act out or try to hurt somebody or, you know, try to add more to what they're already trying to heal from. You can just allow yourself to just think in a different way. But there are certain people that are just not wired and equipped like that. The way they be able to live is through chaos. You know, and this is how you may have been. I was like that. You know, you hit me, you hit low. Oh, I can go lower. You trying to question me, I will make you second guess whole existence. You trying to do something, I'm gonna one up you a million times. Now it's just like, this is not my fight. This is not my war. I'm dealing with my own self. Like I say, I stay in my room. I deal with all the stuff I have to, even when I got to get sharp tongue with God, and then I got to go back and apologize just because I was being disrespectful because of the stuff that's going through. Because if you just at that type, he will really piss you off. Universe will really piss you off. But it'll be just like, look, we already where we at. We trying to get you there. And how are you going to be able to do that if you don't go through the things that you're going through? How would you know how strong you were if you didn't have people? You have to have haters. When you are doing something good, you will have haters. If you ain't got something that's worth dealing with, there ain't going to be nobody messing with you. And then that's a problem. Your haters are your best motivators because they think you're great. They think you're great. And it's not even trying to antagonize anybody, but it shoe fits. You know, hey, it is what it is. You know. But it'll be those different times where they tell you, if you are not doing something great and you ain't got people trying to stop you, you ain't doing it right. I tell people all the time, like, Roslynn, you know, it'll be different people that come to me. They used to come to me and they were like, Roslynn, I'm doing my videos coming up. I said, I've been doing this for 3 years and look at where mine is. A lot of people like, you speak so much truth. It's like, you know, you speak truth because there's a lot of people trying to shadow ban you. Yeah, you try to take my videos down, try to demonetize me, all those different things, you know. And like I said, I'm still doing videos. You know, say, go ahead, let me go ahead and try this, but just come at it a different way. You know, me being a truth teller is what got me shut down, you know. And I had to be able to tell, I'm always going to speak in my truth. You know, this is what happened to me. This is what I overcome. This is what I conquered. And this is what I'm going to be victorious in. This brought me redemption, salvation, you know, all these, you know, different things, deliverance, all those different things, you know. And for you to be able to be boldly being like, I'm gonna be unapologetically me. If my light is really irritating you, baby, put the shades on, because you already throwing them anyway. I'm like, yeah, instead of throwing them, put them on. Okay, just go ahead and put them on. You need a chair because you can't stand to see me being blessed. You can't stand to see me being good. I'm going to be that way. If my truth irritates your lie, that got more to do with you than it has to do with me. And you're in that mode of being very unapologetic. If you know that you coming in with no intentions on trying to hurt nobody, but you being in your truth, then okay. You know, you don't apologize for being strong. You know, you in that vibe where you have and there's a lot of times strong people do have weak moments. You know, there'll be different times where people have sit up here and seen me go through things and they're trying to understand how the heck were you able to survive something like that. Man, there's sometimes inquiring minds want to know. There'll be different times I want to do, but all I can do is sit up here and give man upstairs that praise. Because this is a situation where I went through. I'll always constantly be reminded, your situation, not many will survive that. And you probably hear it too. What you're going through, many wouldn't survive the things that you're going through. So you on a new level every single time, where it just seemed like the chaos get more chaotic. Your calmness, you really having to work on that, because this is where the warrior comes in. There's sometimes that you, even when you want to be rah, 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 this is their time to be quiet. God fixing it. You even the wars where you feel like it's not fair into your life, you don't realize how God is fixing things. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors, and I gotta remind myself that on a daily. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Don't think God is deaf, dumb, and silent about what's going on. He see everything that's taking place into your life, even when you don't. And he will use that exact situation, what you're in, all these different things that you're going through in your life. This was written for you to be able to go through it. And oh my God, can we rewrite the script? I don't want that script. I didn't like that. No, I'm not trying to play the main character in that movie. That's what I feel like. I don't want to play the main character in that movie. I feel like this is Final Destination and Groundhog Day and all that other junk. Be one of those different things where you dodging death all the time. And it's just like, made me feel like the movie on Exorcist, God played a trick on you. Yeah, that wasn't funny. That wasn't funny. You going through all those different things into your life, and you're trying to explain this to yourself all the time, but it's just like you are facing a lot of things that other people would have hit pavement for, like, nah, you got that. Nope. You going through different things, like you may be going through a situation with your family, your children, your marriage. You may be going through a divorce. You may be being cheated on, or you're going through a pregnancy and it's very high risk. You're worried about your babies and stuff like that. And I pray for anybody who's going through any of those different things, because it's just like you're not going through something very simple. You going through some stuff like, should I give up? Should I even not force myself not to wake up in the morning, if you get my drift, all those different things. And it's just like, no, that's not the case. You're going to rise above that. Anything that I place you on, you're going to survive that, and you're going to conquer it, and you're going to conquer it a lot more. We put these hidden gems in everybody and giving them a chance to be able to find that diamond in the rough. Like you going to be a diamond. You going to understand why, when you get those blessings, you're going to understand why God add pressure to your life. Why he gave you pressure to add pressure towards other people. Everybody has a story to tell, but not everybody's ready to read it. We always sit up here judging the outside of the cover and not knowing there's such a beautiful story in those line of pages where you have really gone through some dark stuff into your life that brought some kind of light. And I always tell people, you don't know how your life can be so inspiring. It will inspire other people, because there's so many people in this world where there's a lot of things that you conquered, and people are still in that life cycle of trying to understand why they're still in it. But you done conquered it, not once, not twice, but probably about 5 million times. And every single time it got worse, some kind of way, some miracle with God, with universe, within yourself. We're all guys with amnesia. It's just up to us if we're ready to remember that at times. We have to understand there's a lot. Many are called, few were only chosen. You want a lot's going to be required from you to be able to get that. And then when God give it to you, it's going to be a lot more than you expected in your life. He's compensating you for every single thing you have gone through in life. And you're learning from these different things. This is why I love being able to have, my platform. It was just something that was got me. It's like, hey, go ahead and make a video. I'm like, I can't. It was just like, go ahead and make a video. And it just went from there yesterday. And then I had people texting me and stuff like that. I'm so happy to hear from you, or I'm so happy to see. And that really touched my heart. It really touched my heart. It's like, even though, I got demonetized and stuff like that, this is still my passion. I don't have to get paid for it. It's still my passion, because I already know God gonna be able to bless me in any kind of way possible for that, because I'm doing something from the heart. I'm being able to project my views on other people in a positive way, You know, for other people to be able to resonate like that, you know, I've been going through this, you know, my family left me. It made me think about Sharon Stone the other day. She said she went through some kind of health issue, and it was like everybody just left her. It was like, oh, you went through a spiritual awakening, and you had to learn all over again about life. You know, if people really loved you, they'll be there for you, good and bad. There's a lot of people you just gotta love from a distance. There's a lot of times you just gonna have to forgive people even when they're not even sorry. You're gonna have to understand to not take it personal. We have to be able to be boldly being able to move forward even when we don't know what the future of the unknown is bringing us. But it has this thing like something's coming. You know, you had that energy like something is coming, you know, and you don't know what that is, but and it's just like stuff is getting chaotic in your life. Chaotic. And you have to be able to be like cement. Like, even when I'm gonna have people come at you and do every kind, and and it's just like a lot of time God knows your weakness, and it'll be ways that he'll be somewhat spiritually narcissistic. You know, it's like that's only the best way you gotta say that. I know that's like an oxymoron, whatever. Don't make no sense. How you gonna be spiritually narcissistic? He will sit up here and put your weaknesses on Front Street. Deal with it. Excuse me? I need you to deal with it. How are you gonna deal with this? You know, you one of those type of people that you handle things with your fist. You know, there's a lot of times we don't know how to do that. Like back in the day, we can fist fight and it'll be it. You know, but nowadays we don't do that. Everybody got to call pew pew. You know, you got to be able to do that. You know, instead of doing it that way. Or we used to break dance back in the day. That's how you win little different things. We have a debate. You know, this is how we used to do things. Nowadays, people getting real. Everybody in their feelings like, I got to take you out because you made me look stupid. You know, one of those different things. You doing a permanent decision with permanent consequences over a temporary emotion. Make that make sense. That mapping is not mapping. It'll be one of those different things. World, we got to get better. We got to get better. There's too many people losing their lives. You know, people at war about different things. Even when you're sending help, next thing you know, you're injuring more people, dropping stuff down. You know, it's just crazy. It's really just crazy in this world today where we have to do better. You know, you're doing in that. You know, it'll be different times. I always used to be about me. I was very selfish when I was growing up because I didn't care. I didn't have nobody else to deal with. And then when I started having kids, you know, it was a different story. But then when I had to really get real and be able to, you know, hey, forgive myself for the different things I held on to. Forgive people that are not even sorry. They constantly keep trying to hurt you. You know, that shows more about their character than it does yours. You know, I had to be able to be reminded what my dad always tell me. Normal people don't go around hurting people. You know, human beings, it's not natural, you know. And it'll be just different things that take place in that where I had to be able to be understanding. And I'm just like, how? You know, try not to do ugly face, but how? You have to be able to be understanding. There's just certain people who are just like that. You know, there'll be different times where, you know, I've been like, I would have never did that. I had to be able to you have to be able to tell yourself too, stop expecting you to come out of other people. Just because there's something that you won't do, you can't sit up here and think somebody won't turn around and do something to you. Okay? It just, you know, that's how I used to be very naive. It's like, oh, I can tell somebody something like that, and it's very happy to me. Yeah, there's a lot of times where you got to keep your happiness to yourself. Not everybody's wanting to see you happy. It ain't got nothing to do with you. It's all about self-hate. But there's a lot of people that don't want to see you happy. There'll be different times I had to learn here. It'll be something, you know, I got a new project going on. I'll be so happy and all of a sudden it fall through or I lose interest, you know, or the things that I was reaching out for, you know, all of a sudden got blocked. Why? Because you let the wrong kind of energy get access to something that was very prosperous for you. And just for you speaking on it too early, number one, or you spoke of it in front of the wrong people, now all of a sudden this done went to crap. It just really done went to crap. Now it's just like move in silence. Allow people to know when you do it after you did it. You ain't got to tell them, just show them. You know, because there's a lot of times, even when it come to even family members, sometimes it's even spouses, especially if spouses feel like they being left behind. You know, be different ones that just don't want to see you prosper. You're not around people that want to see you happy. They don't like what growth looks like on you. But they'll be at that point where you got to be unapologetically, what you see and what you want for my life is not where I'm taking myself. What I'm doing for myself is my choice and my direction, and this is what God used for my purpose. And I'm not gonna allow you to get in the way of that. I'm gonna be happy in my truth, and if it makes you sick, well, here's some Robitussin and have a good day. And be one of those different things. And then you're allowing yourself to know every level that you're going through, it makes you a real G. It really do. It makes you a warrior. Like, you really putting the true definition of what a warrior is. And these are the different things that's taking place into your life, where it's like, I would have never known how strong I was if I didn't have haters out there. It made me think about Cat Williams. It's like, haters are doing their exact job. They're hating on you. If you know you're doing something right and you ain't got people trying to block every blessing you got coming into your life, or you ain't got somebody trying to doubt you and tell you, oh, you can't do that. Come here. I can't do that. Who said I can't? Watch me. Watch how I do that. It may take me a minute. It may take me a couple of setbacks to prepare me for a hellified comeback. Okay, it'll be one of those type of situations. You ain't going to tell me what I'm not going to do. That'll be God telling me that, not you. Or don't allow people that gave up on their dreams to try to tell you how to dream. That's your nightmare. This is my dream. I'm living out my legacy. I got a legacy I got to protect. That I'm trying to sit up here and get on that vibe. I'm going to be that deal breaker, that whistleblower, that truth teller, that, generational curse sever, all those different things. So we being able to do that, I'm going to go through some very chaotic things. And these are the different things that we're learning from the things that we face. Because if you didn't go through these things, that's why I have to be able to say, if I did not survive the things that I've talked, because I talked a lot about the different things that I've gone through on here, but I said I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to bring those things up, trying to be able to let that kind of energy, I'm not trying to insert that energy in that I already severed off. So being able to do that, I done went through a lot of things that many people would have died from. Or many people would have lost their daggone mind, be still out there trying to find the world and going out there trying to really find themselves on going through something like that. And it's just like, there'll be people that even tied to my situation, like, how is she able to still make it? Why is she still here? Go to God about that. Anytime somebody was trying to do something, it always made me come stronger, always made me harder. It made me more aware. I always be telling people, hey, when you put this stuff on me, black magic, whatever, say the hoodoo, judo, it makes me very aware. Stop. You don't want me to know what you're doing before you do it. That'll be one of those things. And don't even announce it. I'm like, oh, that's what you did today. Okay. And be very quiet about it. I used to be able to say something. Now I'm just like, it just makes me very aware, And it'll be those different things. Even if I don't even know the person, it was just like, okay, God knows you. My ancestors know you and they ain't playing. Be one of those different things, because you are so highly guarded. Your ancestors don't even play with you when it comes to you. They don't even play when it comes to you. And be one of those different things, like, you were silent. You are walking karma. All these different things is going on in life where there are certain things you would have gave up on, but there was something that kept on. There was something in you that kept making you move further and further into it. And it just gave you, and it gives you that ammunition. Even when people hurt you, you transmute that negative energy they're sending towards you, no matter what it is. You transmute that and give that fuel, and that's what it's supposed to do. Like, oh, you trying to stop me? Okay, watch me. Oh, you trying to cut off this and this and that? Okay, there's always a way around something. That no is the next opportunity. Yes, it's like you elevating success. That's how I put it. It would be one of those different things where it's like you're at that point into your life. Like, I get excited about doing the videos that I do, because it's something very beautiful, that where you can be able to allow yourself to speak into your truth. And there's so many people that can resonate with the things that you're talking about. I got so many emails or different comments of where people were like, Roslynn, I love your vibe. It is totally given. Or, I've gone through certain things, and just hearing your story, it made me not want to give up. Different time I have a lump in my throat just crying, listening to those different things. And it's not like an ego or a pride thing where, oh, y'all blowing my head up, but just to know, that's when you're in your vibe. You're a whole mood of a vibe. And you just like, only competition I have is from the person I was 5 minutes ago. I'm not in competition with nobody, regardless if you try to put me in that. I'm trying to be the better person I was 5 minutes ago. If I mess up on something, like, okay, dust it off, try again, from baby girl Leah, you dusting it off. You know, first you don't succeed, you dust it off and try again. You know, every day is a new day for a new start. You know, like, how am I going to make today? You know, just keep on going. You know, it was just be different times that, you know, I just didn't feel like going on no more. Or if it just felt like pain was so great, I don't want to be here no more. I'm like, no, you got a purpose. That's just the devil right there, just whispering in your head. Nothing's going to never get better for you. Everybody hates you. Nobody loves you. Nobody's going to support you. All those different things. You can't do this. If God said I can, I don't care what you say. You know, because a lot of times when people tell you can't do nothing, they're scared that you will. They scared that you will. It's just like, you know, if you know you're doing something very well into your life and you got people trying to stop you, you got people naysaying, trying to project on you, or they're getting triggered just because of the fact is you are being authentically you. Oh, baby, you're doing it right. You're doing it right. If there's nobody trying to stop you or things just get, a lot of times, God, and I feel this way wholeheartedly, where, you know, you going through different things into your life and God puts these speed bumps of some kind of consequences, some hardships in there, just to see if you're going to be that type of person. It's just like one of those, you know, I used to hate those things. They were so pretty, but it's like when you undo, you know, the ones that, I forgot what those cubes, you know, with all the colors on them, you trying to match them. I'm like, no, just the easiest way to take them stickers off and put it right back on the other way. Because I said, I'm tired of trying to put this together. This mess, I'm not Einstein for that. But he will just constantly just put you in a hardship just to see how you're going to be able to get yourself up out of it. You know, and do that. You got to move in silence. Don't be telling things that, you know, that's supposed to be a part of your life that's going to really create something that's going to be prosperous to you. Because it'll be just different times. Like, you know, I had people on here. I used to do twin flame videos and stuff like that when I'm called to do it. I'd be like, you know, hey, I need you to do Heyoka videos. I was like, but you got me on Heyoka for so much, because there's a lot of people that didn't know they were Heyokas. You know, hybrids. You know, coming from all different types of the world, all different walks of life. Don't look like it. You know, that's the main reason why he picked you in the first place. You're not supposed to look like that. You know, it'll be different people. I done had threats over my life. If you say you're a Heyoka one more time, Heyoka. What do you want to do? You know, it's just like something. I didn't know what I was. I thought when the chief came to me, he was calling me out my name. I thought we were about to square up. You know, and it was just like one of those different things. And then when I started figuring out all the traits that we have, you know, was going through that, I was like, dang, I've been doing this my whole life. You say things that other people are thinking. People will bite their tongue and they'll just look and you just blab it off. You know, you don't take life seriously all the time. You do things ass backwards. My mom been telling me that. I was supposed to be a twin a couple of times. I am a twin. You know, it's like one of those different things. You go through all those traits, but it's just like, you know, somewhere in the ethers, it's like whatever is about to take place in the world, you could not be that characteristic of everything verbatim about what a Heyoka should look like. What are they doing? How they're supposed to be perceived? No, there's something very special for you where you're hidden in plain sight. Because they always say in the devil's mind, if it's something precious to God, he's going to put it in a safe place. Yeah. And somewhere that you second guess who the heck they are. There's a lot of people that are afraid of you remembering exactly who you are. People want me to dumb it down.com for me. They want me to stay watered down. If you can't take me 150 million proof, baby, I'm something you shouldn't even be drinking. You better keep that on the shelf right on over there. It's too pricey for you. It'll be one of those things. Don't water yourself down for nobody. You know, you be unapologetically you. If there'll be certain things that where people are throwing shade, baby, they triggered. They are straight triggered just because of the fact is you being honest about yourself. You're not worried about what other people perceive of you. If you know you're doing everything right where God assisted you to be and you keep going that way, there's going to be some people down that road is going to ask you where you've been at my whole life. I had to drop people that are just still in that lack mindset, or I had to be in that thing where they talked about materialistic 3D things, or they talked about things that was never important, or they just talked about things that was very low vibrational or doing low vibrational things. And it's not even being judgmental on people. It's just like, okay, I grew from that. You know, that's not a part of my life no more. I went through those different things, but that's not a part of my journey anymore. I can be open and honest. I went through these different things in my life, but life has changed for me. The way my outlook is, my perspective And my perception of how I looked at my life, it changed so much. And if that, I'm not going to be, I'm be unapologetic about that. You know, and you being truthful about that, it can trigger a lot of energies out here in the world that chooses to, you know, want to be seen a certain way, or, you know, be in comparison, or want to stay in low vibration, or, you know, not being unforgiving. I was just like, I was there. I can admit I was there. I was all those different things. But then when I see this is not how you want good things in life, there's some people that get lucky and can get over and manipulate things, and things will be okay for them, and they can be over to God. Granted, if you get reincarnated, baby, you gonna pay for that. There'll be a lot of different things like that. That's what I did in the third world of existence of my life. I did that. That's why I'm paying for all this. It'll be one of those different type of moments, and then you paying for that. You know, because I lived up in my life growing up where I could do what I want. If I didn't get caught, then I ain't got to worry about it. Oh, I paid dearly for that. I had to clear my own slate, face my own karma, and deal with it so I can open my life up to what was better. I had to be able to let go of people that I wanted to hold tight on to. You know, I had to be able to change my, you know, my existence of my whole life, because this seems so comfortable. You know, a lot of times we have to hear to ourselves. We have to stop going back. And I do it. You know, I ain't judging nobody because I've done it. You know, especially when things just got really hard for me. I went back to what was familiar, and it's like comfort zone. How the hell am I comfort? That's not a zone that shows comfort, but that's something that's familiar to you. And I had to really learn that this is familiar to you. So this being familiar to you, when you want to have life that's better, but for you to be able to want better in your life, you have to be able to go somewhere where you don't understand what's coming around the corner, but you got to trust that you're going to be protected and guided every step of the way. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. Much love to you. I hope all is well. You know, if you would love to pay a donation towards the channel, Cash App, email, anything you want to be able to connect with me is in the description box below. So much love to you. I say amen. I say hallelujah. That too. Shalom. Much love to you, and peace.